Hi guys, welcome back. Leo, this is going to be your weekly reading. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome to I'm Destiny Calling Tarot. All right, Leo, we're just going to dive right in, get started on your read. So this is going to be a general reading here for the Leo Collective, where it's so general. If you're noticing things not resonating for you, it simply means those particular messages weren't meant for you, and that's okay at the end of the day. All right, dates as well, guys. They really are general guidelines. We're all in different parts of our journey, so you might notice things happening a few days or weeks before and after these dates. Excuse me. All right, let's get the overall energies here for Leo. It says, a day's end rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. I was shuffling through the deck before I started your reading, just selecting the cards I wanted to use, and this one popped out at me for some reason. I'm super shocked that it came out as your card. Yeah, so you definitely need to take some time, take some downtime. Definitely wanting to make sure that people are rejuvenating themselves in nature, especially during times where you really want to keep yourself in the best possible state of mind, when you want to keep your body grounded as well. All right, so we're going to take a look. I think there's going to be also clarifying details as far as you, Leo, connecting with spirit. Let's get one additional clarifying card. Actually, we'll clarify the oracle card with the second oracle card. Spirit, please provide an additional message for Leo to cover the time frame of April the 12th through April 18th, 2020. All right, first card out, guys. It says, Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. I don't normally say this just because I try to keep it clean with the kids on listening in the background, usually when parents are kind of tuning in. This is telling me that you're becoming the shit. It really is. The fox, that's definitely energies that could potentially be a spirit animal, a symbolic synchronicity of some kind for some of you. So very encouraging energies for sure. You are very, you're quite stable during these times, which are tension and chaos, which is great. Spirit, please provide clarifying details for Leo. This one came flying out. Set these over here. Any additional messages you would like to have come forward for Leo? Clarifying details. This one flipped right over. There's a lot of, you have a major arcana, it's the Hangman. There's a lot of Hangman energy going on in every sign right now. Some are just handling it or dealing with it in different ways. All right. What do we have here? right, so these are really interesting because the combination of the cards. Sorry, I dropped my. I've been doing that for every read in the last like little bit. It's kind of weird. It's almost like weird things are happening around my house. It's kind of like you can feel the spiritual or angelic energies around. Little things like I turn the tap on and the water that's coming out of the tap all of a sudden just splashes everywhere and then goes back to normal. And it's almost like someone is taking their hand and splashing it. It's the weirdest thing ever. But I'm noticing that that's happening during this time, so I'm guessing some of you are likely experiencing some of those things as well. All right. First card that came up is Nine of Swords. It says anxiety, but you're feeling quite stable. So there is a story here to be told for sure, because there's likely there's likely an underlying issue here that's not being dealt with, is what I'm understanding with this card in the read. There is a little bit of just mental overload. I think you have had quite a bit of mental stress that you've been focusing on, and I think that was even before all the tension and the conflict started worldwide. So with that, you were quite emotionally drained as it was. So when things kind of went chaotic throughout the world, and that situation started overtaking everything for everyone basically in their lives all over the world, it's almost as if you had to put everything, just shove it way down and not really acknowledge that it's there. So this anxiety is something that can be bubbling up to the surface, even though right now you're portrayed as someone who's calm, cool, collected. On the outside you look it, and on the inside you might genuinely feel it. But this is likely what's going to come up, and this is perfectly normal because most people are going through incredible mood swings up and down and all around, right? And we have the Hangman. That's pretty much where everyone, for the most part, is feeling as though we are stuck in some sense. We are put on hold. Our lives are being put on hold in some sense. And then you have Two of Wands, which at the bottom it says vision. So it does appear as though you're going to have some form of creativity, some form of inspiration. You're going to work together with someone on a project. This is likely to keep you busy in difficult times. It's likely to have some bonding experience. It's to really get your creativity out of your mind and into the 3D. It's going to help you to maybe to deal with emotional overload. So you have some fun project that I'm sensing is something that you've been thinking about and envisioning for a while. So this could be the ideal time for you to start that, or make a plan for that, or get prepared for when the time is right to get started. And King of Swords, ambition. So the energies are definitely supporting you taking something on as far as a project, pastime, something creative. It could be artistic. It could be building something, carpentry work. It could be something like building a complete Lego city with your child. Just something that you're putting the hours in. You're really getting some good bonding time out of it, and it's a pretty big accomplishment. It's not a little project. And 10 of Cups, completion, so you're definitely going to follow through with the entire project, and I'm sensing it's going to do you a world of good. It's going to help you to rest your mind. I think it's also going to bring out some different qualities as far as your talents that maybe you didn't really know that it existed to the degree that they did, until all of a sudden it just became necessary maybe for you to deal with something that kind of comes up and is kind of forcing you to resolve a situation possibly. 5 of Pentacles. It says abandonment. So you are feeling as though you're isolated at this time. You are feeling, you're just feeling the overall human collective right now energies. You're not enjoying the lack of being able to socialize, to be able to have the option to feel free, where you're involved with people who would normally be outgoing, and now it's just when you do actually contact people, it's just a different energy and vibe that's coming from them, so you find that a little bit confusing. It's just not really jiving with you. All right, let's get some additional clarifying cards. Spirit, what additional messages can you send forward for Leo? I have one card that popped out. It was backwards. You're getting an awful lot of swords and wands in your reading. And so I was expecting more emotions, but that's not the case. Oh, my bad. Spirit, what additional messages, clarifying details can you send forward for Leo? Oh. Yeah, so you have wands, swords, swords, wands. I feel like you do have a ways to go as far as moving into the new self and leaving the old self behind, because there are parts of the old self that are going to definitely transform and move forward with you during these times. But I do feel that you haven't let go of all of the necessary ones to move forward yet. So it's a definite work in progress. Queen of Wands. All right, so we have Queen of Wands. This is normally a card of really being enthusiastic. This is about your creativity and just your strength of character, your integrity in your relationships. So whenever it comes to relationships or work projects, at this time, make sure that you're following your intuition. At this time, it couldn't lead you wrong. And during difficult times, chaotic times, that's really your best go-to is your intuition, your ability to have that gut feeling and know that you don't even need to question it. And so finding the opportunities as well to go within and to allow yourself to connect with your higher self. This is going to be really, 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 really important during this time. So where it says here rest and find time out in nature, I'm also very much sensing that meditation might need to become some form of a practice, which is going to allow you to rest. It can allow you to rest the body. It can really allow you to rest the mind from the racing thoughts. So it really calms things down, kind of clears the mind. I think that is going to be really key as well for you, Leo. All right, Prince of Swords. All right, so we're getting there's something here relating to your communication. I think there's some form of a miscommunication, if that makes sense. So during this time, it's going to be really important that you're just being cautious to clearly communicate exactly what it is you're thinking, you're feeling. It's going to save yourself maybe some headache in the long run. Definitely going to have some sudden changes happening for sure, no question. Be prepared for just being flexible. I also sense this is for specific individuals. You're going to have, I'm hearing, some pretty intellectual solutions coming up. You're easily going to see ways to solve problems, and it's going to come pretty effortlessly to you during this time. So congratulations on that, because that means that you're really allowing your mind to focus. So that's a really big kudos for you right there. 9 of Swords. And it says at the top, it says cruelty. It's right at the top. Your reading is very, I sense a little bit of uncertainty. Because it's not all indicating one area. It's a little bit of up and down and everywhere and all around. So it's really telling me, and the energy I'm feeling of uncertainty, as far as I know everyone's feeling uncertainty in these times, but it's more so about, I think you're taking on more problems than you need to, if that makes sense. So right now it's going to be so important not to focus on the worst case scenarios. Not finding reasons to beat up on yourself during this time. So just self-care. And if you're at a point where things don't particularly feel on point for you at this time, just know that this too shall pass, and ultimately what you'll be gaining from the experience is what is going to be so valuable towards your future. And that should be exciting for you. So even though you don't have all of the details, which I think is somewhat bothersome to you, it might keep you stuck there in that energy. So don't allow it to keep you stuck there in that energy, guys, because itchy on my chin. There. Because you really have great opportunity, great potential. As far as long-term future for you, you're, like I said, all of the chaos, the difficulties, the despair happening around you is really a test for you, and it's a test of your character, and it's a test of your strength and your mental power and your just willpower. And you're going to find that this experience is really going to take you places, because you're going to grow so much on each level. So you're going to grow a lot spiritually, emotionally. There's just a lot of growth and expansion happening for you. So Ace of Wands is new beginnings, right? So you do have a choice to either stay where you're at. If you're going to stay where you're at in a negativity mindset, you're going to be in a lower vibration. So what's happening at this time, where we're moving from 3D up to 5D, you have the opportunity to move into the 5D reality, and that is more of a happiness, joyful, peaceful, serene, higher vibration. So it's really right here, this is a new beginning. It can be a new beginning for you, but at the end of the day, it is still also a choice. You have to choose the new beginning, right? Because we all have free will. Last card here is Seven of Wands. You are protected. I'm hearing you are protected. I sense that you might also be defending your position in some way. You do, it's as arrogant as it may sound, you do know that you're right. So you have no issues or concerns having courage through adversity and throughout this time. Some of you are focused quite heavily on physical exercise, movements. It's something that is a distraction in a sense for you. And then others, I'm sensing a focus that needs to be a focus for you. And once I say it, you're going to know if it resonates with you or not. You're going to want to focus on assertive behaviors. And I think that has a lot to do with when I mentioned communication earlier. I think that there's something relating to that. It's hard to say where it's so general and it's not specific to your situation. Yeah, but overall, I mean, really just focus on keeping yourself in a balanced state, and know that what you have building up for you is the exciting part, right? We're on a journey. The destination is never really coming, because we're always moving forward, and we are an infinite human being. So it's just constant expansion. So what you're expanding into next is quite, it's optimistic. It's you being quite ambitious, and I do think that you're going to start to see, especially here, where it says trust your talents in changing times. So you're really going to be flexible to go with the flow here, and you're not going to be concerned if you are being forced in a direction to take on new challenges, I guess is the best way to put it. All right, let's get an inspirational message to end your read. Spirit, please provide an additional message for Leo. All right. I love life, and life loves me. It says, when you feel envy or lack, say to yourself, I love life and life loves me. Be in love with your life. Let life bless you today, because everything is going to be okay. And I am going to get one more inspirational message. We're going to do that because why not? Spirit, please provide one additional message for Leos. What can you send forward for Leo? What do you feel is important for our Leo collective? One additional message, please, Spirit. Don't get to the point where you're overthinking. I'm sensing that that is something you're going to need to be cautious of, because it can kind of take you off course. Perfectly normal and natural during these times, but it's something just to keep in the forefront. Yeah, just I'm sensing where the card is taking a little bit longer here to come out, that it's likely an overthinking kind of energy. But that's okay, because it's really just learning about how to acknowledge it, so that we can make the, the proper changes or adjustments, right? Once we learn how to identify things, then it's a lot easier to move forward. Something bigger is on the way. Yes, I feel it. I feel it. Do you feel it? You must feel it. It says, allow your vision to expand and be open, right? Vision. Allow your vision to expand. That's a big message. And be open to the forms that it takes. You may discover that you were dreaming too small. Yes. Or that what seemed like an obstacle is actually pointing you in a better direction. The universe always has your back. So you're starting to realize during adversity that you are likely destined for bigger things, bigger and better things. You're thinking way too small scale. So that is a really, really, really big message, and I'm glad that we can end the reading with that. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of the beautiful comments being left by you guys, and I want to thank each and every one of you who do return from week to week to watch these videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do me a favor, if you could click on that like button, you'd be doing me a really great service. Thank you. And also, if you're new to this channel and you'd like to come back from week to week, please remember to click on subscribe. We're all about uplifting, motivating, and supporting each other during, difficult times. All right, guys, I think that's it. I'm so happy that I feel like you're moving into, I'm going to say this quickly, I feel like you're moving into more of a love frequency, more of a love, heart-centered living, more than the ego. And that's a really, really good sign. We're all in different parts of our journey, but I feel it coming for you. And I feel that, yes, there is work to be done, but this is a really exciting time. This is a really exciting time in history. Believe it or not, you volunteered to come here and be on the planet. There are many, many people who wanted to be on this planet during these historic times, and you were the chosen one. You were the chosen one for a reason. That's a really, really, really big message. And I hope you put a little bit of contemplation into that and what that actually means for you and yourself and the whole universe as a whole. Because we are truly in this together. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. I will see you in a week. Take care. Bye.